Hi, this is my 2007 Suzuki SV650, and today I'm going to put a rear fender delete kit on it, license plate bracket. Um, just a little bit of information about this bike. I got the tank pads put on. I bought this bike used, and it already had this the Two Brothers exhaust. It was pretty loud, so I put in a Cobra insert and wrapped that with muffler packing, and it quieted it down. I added the side mount mirrors, this additional tank pad, and then I've also added this shift indicator. That works really well. I really like that. And then I took some little stereo mounting brackets to mount that like it is. But anyway, what we're going to do today is remove this this bracket back here, and I was going to replace it with this Fender Eliminator kit. This comes with the these two brackets, and then you can get it with the turn signal lights or without it. I don't know if I'm going to install those today or not, or try to use the stock ones, and then the license plate light. The seller for this was on eBay, Series 1. Here's some of the tools I think I might need to put this in. It doesn't come with any directions, so we'll see how this goes. Right now, I'm going to have to take off this side bracket, the seat, and that, and then we'll pull this off, and I'll be back in a minute. The other thing on this too, with these LED lights, the frequency of this flashing may change because there's not enough resistance in these. So people that use these, I think they need to add another resistor in the line. But anyway, this is the rate of the current tail light. Okay, so I've got these side pads off first. You just take out that one screw, and then you pull that off, get the seat off. Getting ready to take this off. Looking at it, looks like I got to pull both these bolts. There's two screws here, two screws here. There's a push pin and a screw here, and then it looks like down here there's a couple push pins that maybe I got to take out too. This bike, I'm the third owner on it. It's only got 4,000 miles on it. The first guy, who was a lineman, got hurt on his job and had to sell it after he just bought it. So bike was only 4,000 miles. It has been debadged though. He debadged it, so that's why it's but it is a 2007 Suzuki SV650. Okay, these push pins, I just used two of these paint can openers and put one on each side and pop those out. That worked pretty good. The issue I'm having now is the key latch. I'm going to have to take this off and get this turned to get that wire out, because this is part of the body down here. So that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, well, you don't have to remove this part. You just take off this screw here, and then you can see that wire was down below. So this moves, and you can push the wire to the front, and then that should pop out. So that should release the top. So I'll check back with you in a minute. Okay, so you just spread this out. It come apart. I do have to take off one. Right in here, that one electrical clip, I got to get that holding it up. So I'll disengage that right there, and then the whole shell should come off. Okay, the shell comes off. There's still one wire that's kind of hardwired in there, so I'm not sure if I got to disconnect that yet or not. But anyway, I'm going to try to leave it up there. There's looks like there's a bolt here that I might be able to get this lower panel off, so I'm going to try getting that off and see what we can see. Okay, there's two. I ended this bolt, pull this out, and I pull this down a little bit, but there's two bolt on either side up in there that I'm going to remove, and that should allow me to drop this tailpiece. So we'll do that next. Okay, so I rotated this around to give me a little bit more room, and then this fuse box, it'll rotate out because that's connected to this tailpiece. But anyway, there's those two bolts that I showed you, but then there's also another bolt that'll be right underneath here and here and here. So you need to get those out, and then this should drop free. So that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, so with this panel down, I remove this bolt, and I'm removing the bolts up here. So I just have an extension with that. So anyway, I'll take this off of both sides and let you know from there. Okay, I got this tailpiece loose now. I'm disconnecting the wires. These clips, they're actually pretty easy to get them apart. I'll put this one back together, but to put them apart, I was pushing in, but you actually just pull out. You pull out, and then this will come out. So there's a white, a gray, a black, and I'm still not sure. I had that extra brake light the other guy put on, so I'm going to take that off first. I'm not sure where those wires are going. I'm going to take that off first, and then figure out where the rest of these lights go, because we got a you know, your license plate light and your two signal lights back here. Okay, here's the underneath of that piece, but anyway, you can see this white wire that was over here, it's just going down to the turn signal. This black one was the license plate light, and then this other one was the other turn signal. This guy had this big brake light thing around the license plate frame, so I'm going to get that out of here, but I'm going to disconnect the battery first, since I'm going to be cutting some wires. Okay, here's the tailpiece, and you can see how the wires went on that. I just have those clips, the turn signals, and the and that. This piece, it's gonna fit up under here. And then these clips right here, that's where your fuse box will fit. They'll fit on that. I'm not sure how this piece goes. Well, I decided just to use the original turn signals. So I took them off the old one, and if you decide to use these, you'll have to shim it up a little bit. So I just used a couple of washers and an extra nut to attach the nut, because the shaft on this mounting bracket had a stud part that wasn't threaded, so you have to shim it out if you're going to use this, and have the license plate light attached also. So we'll try to mount it up now and see what happens. Okay, I've got the I got the two bolts mounted, and I'm looking at how to fit this piece. I don't think it goes underneath, but what I'm going to do is put it on like this up there, but then when you push this piece up, you can see I'm going to have to cut or drill a little hole right there, so I'm going to do that and then mount that other piece below it to try to make it a little bit more watertight. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do now. I ran the wires up underneath here, and then probably just take some tape or something and seal that up a little better back down there. Take some duct tape or something. But anyway, that's what I'm doing now. Okay, I just took my took some snips and cut this a little bit, so I'll be able to get that bolt through. I'll attach that bottom plate now. Okay, so anyway, I goofed up on the plate. It doesn't go this way. It goes this way with a point forward. When I lined it up, it didn't make any sense. But if you put it on the outside, then it doesn't hit that bolt, you know, because you're on the outside of that, and it continues that line. So so again, I'm putting this plate in this way, but on the outside of the plastic fender. Again, so we'll try that. Okay, so I got the this tail bracket bolted in, the 2 bolts there. This bolt that I had before, don't forget to put this side bolt for your fender, get that on. Okay, so I've connected my my left turn and my right turn signals, got them. This white one was for the license plate light. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to clip this off and then use a hard fastener so I can still click the white to the white on that. But anyway, so that's kind of where we're at right now for this. Be back. Okay, I've got it assembled. I've got this back fiberglass piece on. When you put it on, you kind of wrestle it on. Just be careful if you're pushing. Make sure you hold onto the bike if you're pushing with your hips, so you don't roll the bike off the stand. It can move forward on you. I didn't have any problem, but that's you could push your bike over. Anyway, I got all this put back together. Check your mechanism. Make sure that's working before you put the top on, and we'll put it back together. And I've already done a check of the lights. They work, so I'll put it back together and see what it looks like when it's done, completely finished. Okay, so here's the end results, all done with it. Fit up real nice underneath, I think. There's what it looks like. You don't have that big tail hanging down like you used to. I really like the look. It took about 4 hours though to put it together, so maybe when you're doing it with what I learned, if you learned anything off this video, hopefully you can do it in about 2 hours. Work it out. Thanks for watching.